Hello everybody, Ethan here. Chaos is a very interesting faction, but there are some renegade chapters that do not receive the love that they deserve. For me, my personal favorite is the Sons of Malice. At the time, created to be followers of the minor chaos god, Malice. They have since turned into part of the Chaos Undivided umbrella, especially due to the fact that Malice is pretty much non-existent in 40k to begin with at this point. But the Sons of Malice chapter was founded to watch over the Eye of Terror. Events leading to the chapter's excommunication began following the successful end of the Silex 225 campaign against heretics who had threatened to depressurize 3 underwater hive cities. As with many chapters, it's unclear during which found the Sons of Malice were created or what their original chapter name was before their corruption. It is suspected that they were one of the 20 Space Marine chapters referred to as the Astartes Praeses, which according to the Mythos Angelica Mortis, were founded with the express purpose of guarding the regions surrounding the Eye of Terror. It is alarming that the Sons of Malice were not brought to the attention of the Inquisition sooner, especially due to their widely reported custom of cannibalistically consuming their defeated foes. Cathal, captain of the first company of the Sons of Malice, led the chapter's victory rites, which bordered on cannibalism, observed by Inquisitor Pietus, a senior member of the Ordo Hereticus. Although flesh-eating rituals were not uncommon among the Space Marines, Pietus was obviously unacquainted with the barbarous customs of Space Marines and mobilized a strike force of Adeptus Sororitas Celestins to deal with the heretics. The sisters made planetfall right in the midst of the company at the height of their celebrations. Cathal and his troops responded to their interference of their sacred chapter rites by savagely attacking the strike force, defeating the Celestians. Cathal dragged the meddling Inquisitor before the chapter altar, where she was ritualistically sacrificed. Now this is a point of contention because they have changed the gender of the Inquisitor from female to male. I just want to state that because in my research most of it refers to her as female. I've seen it referred to as male. I don't know if that's just an inconsistency in lore. Probably is. Probably with rewriting, honestly. The Sons of Malice were excommunicated and now reside within the Eye of Terror, from which they wage a hate-filled war against the Imperium they see as betraying them, as much as against other followers of Chaos. Their homeworld was Celis. In the Cadian sector, the grisly tendencies which caused their excommunication were found to be rooted in their barbaric practices of the native feral world population. These tribes were almost entirely eradicated by the Cadian 331st in a planet-wide campaign of genocide following the chapter's withdrawal from the Eye. Scalis was declared Perdictia. During Abaddon's 13th Black Crusade, the Sons of Malice fought alongside the Chaos forces trying to reclaim their home world. Cathal, who is now over 1,000 years old, is the Sun's current chapter master. Every century, the chapter refers to the Labyrinth, an old and scarred ship that has become the chapter's holy ground and meeting place since the loss of their home world. Every warband attends at the correct time, regardless of their current status or who they are fighting. Slaves from every race encountered are then brought to the Labyrinth. Each battle brother then retreats to a cell, where they eat alive the slave assigned to them. Every century, some Sons of Malice set off into the halls of the Labyrinth to compete for a place amongst the legendary doomed ones. Only one can make it to the end and escape. The rest will either die or be transformed into the beast that inhabit the ship as the warp corrupts it. The challenge took place 11 times, 11 being Malice's sacred number, with each victor's body being stored in a casket until the final champion arose. The 11th champion was Brother Invictus, who, along with the other 10 champions, was sacrificed so that Malice could appear and the Sons of Malice could begin their crusade to retake their homeworld. After the fall of Cadia, the Sons of Malice attacked surviving Cadian Imperial Guard forces in the Battle of Fate's Anchorage as revenge for their part in the attack on Skelos. In comparison to other traitor legions and renegade chapters of Chaos Space Marines, the general organization of the Sons of Malice is not that far from the norm outlined in the Codex Astartes. Although they maintain 11 companies of Astartes rather than standard 10, as 11 is believed to be the sacred number of Malice. The Sons of Malice are vicious, brutal, and bloodthirsty in the extreme. Perhaps the chapter's most eerie quality is the Sons of Silence reportedly fight in utter silence, and those who have fought against them cite this as the prime source of deeply disturbed aura surrounding them. They also capture living foes and civilians for the rituals and to feed upon, whereas these captures are human or Xenos is of little concern to them. As followers of the Chaos God Malice, the chapter hold the number 11 as sacred. Even before being declared traitors, the chapter would hold a cannibalistic sacrifice ritual on their homeworld of Skelos every 11 years. The chapter's Space Marines often communicate rather quietly, almost in whispers. After their exile, they started a ritual of return to their former capital ship, the Labyrinth, every 100 years. This is where they would have the Doomed Ones go through the Labyrinth, get killed, capture, put in stasis, sacrificed so that Malice could return to the Materium. Since they have become followers of Malice, the Sons of Malice have devoted themselves to hatred of everything, including themselves and the devotees of other Chaos gods. In fact, the chapter proudly adorns its vessels with the helms of slain Chaos champions. The Sons' hate is not especially emotional, however, and more matter-of-factly. I like the fact that these guys are still, okay, these guys are probably more effectively loyal than a lot of loyalist Space Marine chapters are, and honestly, I think they should get more love and lore. I think Malice needs to fully come back as part of one of the minor gods. Like, having minor Chaos gods wouldn't be a problem with Archon being a thing. So let's be honest with it, we need more of the cannibalistic ones to come back. But that's just my thought. If you like this video, like, subscribe if you like it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.